My name is Simon Hughes. I'm the Stakeholder Environment and Planning Lead for the Havant Thicket Reservoir project. And it's my job to make sure that the project achieves a number of really important things. The first is that it meets or exceeds very high environmental standards, and that it delivers some significant environmental benefits that people can enjoy. It's also to make sure that everyone who has a contribution or a comment or some advice for us about the project has a chance to put their views to us. And then to make sure that we can take on board as much as we possibly can of what we hear back from people. We've been listening to and working with the community for decades, and that has really ramped up to sort of 2008 and 9. We've had a lot of community engagement. It's been really positive, really helpful, and it's shaped our thinking and our proposals to this point. So what you're seeing is actually based on a really brilliant dialogue that we've had with folk who live around the site, who have an interest in the site for decades. And this opportunity that we've got now is to hear the next step about the latest proposals and for people to have their say about what they think. And then we can take that and turn that in or shape that into our planning application. Since 2008, where we got a pretty good plan together, we've been looking at the site again. We've been doing further studies and investigations into the geology. We've been looking at the different options for road access. We've looked in some real detail at how we can avoid the impact the reservoir could have on sensitive environments like ancient woodland. And so we're going to come back with a few different pieces of information and options for people to tell us what they think. So, for example, we've been able to slightly change the shape of the embankment such that it doesn't take quite so much ancient woodland out. And so, really important and great opportunity for people to tell us what they think about those changes and the project as a whole, which is much the same as it was in 2008, with a few really quite important little tweaks and changes here and there. So what we do is we gather all the information and advice and thoughts we get back from people, and wherever we can, we'll adopt the advice that we're given. If we can't, we'll explain why. What we do sort of formally is we draw up a report, which we like to call the sort of "you said we did" report, which effectively takes an assessment of all the incoming advice that we received and an explanation of how we then used it in shaping our planning application. So we then take it, shape our planning application, discuss that with the local planning authority, and then ultimately submit that to them. And we're expecting to do that right at the beginning of September this year. As soon as we've submitted, there's another opportunity for people to have their say, get involved and make their views known. Be really keen to make sure that we hear from everyone who has an interest in the project once they've seen our planning application as it's submitted.